Let's have some music.
Ooh, music.
Now that you've there you go.
It's just the wrong 80s comedy music you've got going on, mate.
Okay. There we go. That's better. Right, now we can begin.
Feels like a game show I've just joined.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
I got my rounders bat because that's what we play in the UK.
I never even thought to bring in baseball props. I actually have baseball. Well, I don't have props, but I've got that.
Oh, now he's just showing off.
Yeah, had to do it. Had to do it. That's the snazzy new 4K steelbook.
No self-promotion on my channel. We've still got stickers on it.
That's what it came with that. Let me go back to that. So the steelbook came with like the little magnets, that's which was pretty cool for you to stick to the locker. Very cool. I did like that. I did like that.
That is true. So why is this a 4K?
I have no idea. It was. I think I said
all the films in the last 120 years, they picked Major League for a 4K.
Yeah, like I was very happy with it because it's genuinely like, I don't want to say a guilty pleasure because it's not like it's a bad movie, but it's genuinely one of my favorite movies. Like if I was to do a top whatever list, I mean, it wouldn't crack the top 10, but depending on how nostalgic I was feeling, it might crack the top 20. I loved this movie as a kid. I've no idea why. I must have just seen it on TV like one year, and yeah. Wait, what was that? Hang on.
Advertising. What are you drinking?
For advertising drinks, you know.
You got the.
I'm on brand for a change. It's not Pepsi Max or Coke. I'm on brand. It's Iron Brew. Yeah, no idea why, but like,
yeah,
loved this movie as a kid. Must have saw it on TV, and just then I think I had it taped off TV. Because for the longest time, the only version of this movie, probably jumping ahead here, the only version of this movie I had ever saw for years and years and years was the TV edit. So I didn't know there was swear words in this movie at all.
There's one or two.
Yeah. So like cut to 10, 15 years later when I get a copy of the Region 1 DVD and I watch it for the first time and I'm like, they're swearing? There's lots of swearing? And then you realise, oh yeah, they did a pretty bad edit to cut out most of the swear words in this movie, which was interesting to say the least, shall we say?
Yeah, if they cut them out or if they dub them, I don't know which is worse.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So what's your history with Major League?
I'm just trying to think. I'm looking at it now. The release date says January 1st, 1989 in Canada, and then April 7th, 89 in USA, which seems odd.
Ah.
But we got it in September 22nd, 1989.
I thought it was older.
I saw it in the cinema.
I thought it was older than that. I would have guessed like mid-80s.
But yeah, I think I saw it in the cinema. It was around the time I was going a lot.
That's interesting. Do you no longer go a lot to the cinema?
But yes, we are attempting to watch Major League. Not a comedy with bats and balls, which is true. Now, before we start and before I get to the chat, Jimmy is going to explain the rules of baseball to me because I have seen many films about baseball, but I have zero thing about what even a pennant is. So,
throwing me on the spot here, you've probably got some subscribers from the States or from North America who can explain this more. However, I have watched a few baseball games. I have seen a couple of big games live in Canada. I've saw the Blue Jays play 2 or 3 times, I think. Yeah, it's basically rounders. That's it's not much. I don't know what a pennant is.
In the film, they've got 161 games to play.
Yeah, they play a lot. They sometimes play 2 in the one day, which is insane.
Oh yeah,
but and baseball games can be long. Like they can last for like 4, 5, 6 hours. However, it's not like football or ice hockey or anything like that. It's not massively like cardiovascularly strenuous, shall we say? I mean, like the most famous baseball player of all time, Babe Ruth, wasn't exactly a pillar of athleticism. It's I wouldn't say it's as low as darts on the athletic scale, but it's not football. You're not running for 90 minutes. It's
No, it's what, like
yeah,
30
it's like
meters or
it's
something?
golf. I would say it's akin similar to golf with a little bit extra running, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know what a pennant is. I think it's the way the leagues work, and like if you win the league, you get to the playoff, and then if you win the playoff, you get to the World Series. A pennant is in there somewhere. But so I can't quite explain that, but I do know the rules of the game. Like I know the positions. I know what a shortstop is, outfielder, left fielder. I know
There you
stealing
go.
base, all of that jazz. I attempted one year to get my friends into baseball. The year I came back from Canada, having watched the game, and they gave up after 4 minutes and were just like, "Let's just play football," because that's the only sport that really exists in Scotland.
Soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
So who's in the chat? Jeff's here. Hi, Jeff. How's it going?
How you doing, bud?
Pugwall's here. Nice to see Matt. Fran's here. Hello, I might be a flame visitor. I haven't watched this film in years, and it needs a rewatch. It always does.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Margaret Whitten in 4K. I'm sold. But you got Rene Russo in her first role as well.
Was that her first role?
Apparently. Hey, you guys. And it's
Did
the
not
one
know
that she
that.
gets the most things shouted at her in the streets.
Really?
Apparently, that's what she says, but I'm going
Ah,
off the internet here. So, hey, Michael.
there you go.
Secret of my success in 4K.
I would get
More
that.
Margaret Whitten. So, yeah, she is. The lady boss in this film is his aunt in Secret of My Success.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I've never noticed before. See, Bronson hasn't seen this one in a while, but he likes it. And anything with Sheen, and this is a really good cast. It has.
It is. It is. It's. I think most of them are like pre-famous. I know that watching the special features that are on the disc, the Charlie Sheen talks about how him and Tom Berenger had just finished filming Platoon. So they came back from that experience, and this like easygoing sports comedy was offered to them for fairly decent money for them at the time, and the two of them were like, "Yeah, that sounds like the right way to decompress after Platoon." So those two were probably slightly famous at the time.
Yeah, I forgot they were in Platoon
I
together.
wouldn't say. I don't think Wesley Snipes was especially famous
No,
at
he
that
just done
time either.
Wildcats with Goldie Hawn, which was American football.
Yeah, I think Wildcats is all I knew him from before that as well.
Yeah.
And then of course after the first one, he got too famous and didn't come back for the second one.
Unforgivable.
He was recast. Was it Omar Epps? I think
That's him. I was trying to think what it was.
And what must be one of his first roles, and that's an interesting position to be put in because you get the chance to be in a movie, but you're recast Wesley Snipes, and I don't know whether this was his choice or whether it was the director / studio's like influence, but he's basically doing a Wesley Snipes, Willie Mays Hayes impersonation in Major League 2, which I would imagine as an actor that's not what you want to be doing, but he was probably told be Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
I think I only saw 2 and 3 for the first time a few years ago.
And
I've only
saw 3, like I think once, like literally when it came out. I saw 1 and 2 many, many times. Right. Shall we hit play?
Yeah, so I just paused mine at the
let's go for it.
The team has changed their name to the Cleveland from the Indians to the Guardians now. In real life. So I think this was going to be the tower that comes into view is the Guardians Tower in Cleveland.
Interesting.
Michael Myers has never seen this. Okay. That's unforgivable. There's no cornfield ghosts. No, there isn't. I haven't seen Field of Dreams in a long time either. Too sad. Makes me cry, that one.
Yeah. I've got I've rejigged the setup in my wee studio space here. So if you hear a really loud hum, that's because I've got like a fairly cheap 4K player spinning, playing the movie in here for me to see. But it's one of those, I don't know whether it's just because I'm sitting like 1 foot away from the player and they always make that noise, but yeah, it's not the quietest of players. So if there's a hum in the background, it's my
I'll just mute you for 90
minutes. Just mute me. Most people probably do that anyway.
Everyone's fancying Margaret Whitten. I'm guessing that's not her body we see later as a poster. I have Rene Russo.
I don't know. Maybe they talk about that on the commentary, which I've not listened to yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that. I've got the version I've got playing. I've actually got playing with commentary, so I can watch that back later as well.
Oh, there you go. Right, where are you? Pause at the beginning, or are you playing?
Oh crap! I'm playing. Yeah, I'm like.
All right, I'll play mine. My VHS is partial cat.
I'm probably about 60 seconds ahead of you because I'm actually.
Fine, it'll catch up.
I'm trying out. I've got the Blu-ray playing and the 4K playing, kind of on a side by side, because I'm wanting to see the quality differences, and this is probably one of the biggest quality differences you'll ever see because the Blu-ray copy I've got is this one, which is the German copy. It's as you can see, it's Die Trilogy, Die Indianer von Cleveland. All 3 movies are on one single Blu-ray disc, so they're compressed to hell, and the quality of them is bad, especially 2 and 3. Like watching part 2 the other night on this Blu-ray disc, after having watched the 4K version of the first one, I was like, Jesus, is it time, to go to the optometrist? Like, do I need glasses? But Jesus, like, it's so bad. Like, 4K versus Blu-ray, sometimes the quality can stand out a lot, but because there's 3 movies compressed onto one single disc on
it's madness
on this copy, and it's the only Blu-ray copy that I could find existing, and it actually goes for quite a lot of money on Amazon or on eBay. I think I got lucky and got it for maybe 25 or 30 quid, but when I checked it just the other day, I think on Amazon or eBay it was 40 and 50 quid. Anyone who's considering buying these, if you're a fan of the movies, bear in mind the quality of them is bad, like very bad. Probably the worst quality Blu-ray I've ever seen.
Oh, well, yeah, it does seem too cheap to put them on. At least the first.
However, the 4K disc, the 4K Steelbook, which I don't think was released in the UK, released in the States. But you can buy it from Amazon.com and they'll send it over for like £2 postage. It's not stupidly expensive. The 4K of the first movie is a really good 4K.
Okay. All right. There you go.
There you go.
He's done a whole video on it.
Yes. I'll clip you. I'll clip that. That'll be a YouTube short tomorrow.
So yes, this is I was just noticing that it's doesn't mention Brave World on it. It's just a video. Was it Star Vision release? So it's a budget release from, doesn't say. There's barely any details. Some reviews though. Wildly funny film, The Daily Mirror. Will have you standing on your seat cheering. Sky Magazine. And the laughs keep coming at helter skelter pace today.
Oh. But yeah, I mean the first movie still holds up. We watched it maybe a week ago, I think, and my partner had never seen it, and she really enjoyed it. It definitely holds up. It's a quite a feel good comedy, I would say. There's a good few swear words in it, so it's not a PG movie.
No, 15.
So there you go, 15
12 now, isn't it? Is it 12 on? Does it say?
So the German disc has it as FSK 16, which was our version of a 15.
Yeah.
The hang on, let me grab the.
Witten was fit and success. Yes, very sexy auntie.
Where's the J card? So
hey, Gregor. Hey, Wilkie. Nice to see you.
The J card has it as an R.
Wow. Oh, you were importing again, are you?
Yeah, because it doesn't. The 4K didn't come out in the UK, so. It's an R rating, which is 15 translated, I suppose, roughly, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's back up.
Or is it 18? No, yeah, it's hard to tell because
the way I always understood it, an R is a 15, an NC 17 is our version of an 18.
Yeah,
like an R.
I guess because any parent can go in with a child, can't they, for an R rating?
Like I went to see R-rated movies when I was in Canada as a 12-year-old because I was with my uncle. But NC-17, like nobody under the age of 17 is allowed in. But if there's anyone who's actually from America in the chat, there's Corey. Corey, you can confirm this. You're an American, I think. NC-17 means that no one can go unless they're 17 or older, I think.
I believe it's the more adult films that have that.
Yeah, and then you've got Rated X, which is basically for pornos.
Now, is there an alternative ending on your?
There
lovely
is,
40?
which I only watched for the first time.
I only found out about it today or yesterday.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I watched it for the first time when we watched the movie and then watched the special features. I think they absolutely made the right call, changing that ending. It just doesn't make sense, which is
doesn't make
odd.
any sense.
But obviously, that's the version that we've lived with for 25 years, 35 years.
Really, carry on.
A number of years.
But yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, she's doing it to make them win. The owner of the baseball team, she doesn't want to move. She wants to. She all faked it so that they would all come together to win against her.
Yeah,
which makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like a third act change reveal where she reveals that she, she wanted
to shoot some scenes, with her in, but
Corey's confirming my thoughts on NC-17. Thanks, buddy.
Alphabet Cat's here as well. Hello.
Yeah, the alternative ending the alternative ending's on YouTube as well. You can watch it. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't. Is it? It's not even HD quality, is it?
No, it's like they call it a VHS work print copy.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's like a back then when they were doing edits, like obviously they're editing on film, but then they have what's called a work print, which is basically like a low quality printout on film of the movie that's then dubbed onto VHS just to like show people and whatnot. And I'm assuming that's where that, like when they were putting together the special features, that's the only copy they could find. Like there's loads of over the years, loads of movies on DVD and Blu-ray and 4K like have been brought out where the only kind of like copy of deleted scenes and stuff like that is a really crappy VHS copy. Like the DVD and the Blu-ray for Big Trouble in Little China has got loads of great special features, but a lot of them are really low quality VHS, versions because that's all they could find. And then famously, what is it, Nightbreed? Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
Oh yes, Cabal.
The Cabal cut is a VHS. It's taken from VHS.
I think Exorcist 3 is the same as well.
Is it? I didn't know that.
There's a different cut. Now, for some reason they have spring training in a different city. This one's in Arizona.
Yes. So that's, as far as I know, that's fairly common for sports, even over here. Like,
is that because they don't want to ruin the grass and everything on the main pitch?
I think it's that. It's also like they need to get away from their home base, and also
all in bunk.
Let's be honest, it's an excuse for a jolly for a lot of them. Like it's a paid holiday to go and train before the season starts.
Yes. So 1 minute he's Tom Berenger's on the phone thinking it's a joke, and the next minute he's turned up. So I'm guessing there's a bit in between where.
Hang on a minute. Tom Jones is in this movie?
Tom Berenger, sorry. It's the Welsh in me. It's the first Tom I go to. Tom Jones. Now, there's Serrano, played by President, Dennis Haysbert, who is also in Tom Selleck's Mr. Baseball, where they're playing baseball in Japan.
I don't think I've actually seen that movie.
No one's ever seen it. I'm sorry, the cinema. But yes, we do rounders indeed, Michael. See, I got my rounders back a lot shorter.
We do rounders.
Useful for home rounders. Now, Snipes turns up in a VW Beetle in the style of a Rolls Royce, which was a thing apparently until they got sued to stop making them or stop converting them or whatever.
That's a random bit of trivia.
Yeah, and apparently Snipes can neither run fast nor hit a ball, so that's why he's in slow motion when he runs. And he's not shown hitting a ball ever.
Oh, hang on. Corey in the chat is explaining something about US baseball for us. There we go.
Well, there we go. Right. There you go. So they have to go to warmer areas of the country so they get their training in. Some areas of the country still doesn't know when they start spring training. 100% makes sense now.
That would make sense. Sense.
Right. So you know when Wesley Snipes waves a green handkerchief, that's the cue for Charlie Sheen's motorbike to come in. I've always wondered why he does that.
Oh, is that on the IMDb trivia page?
It is. No Minty today.
I've got that loaded up on a screen as well.
Does she shoot Berenger in this one? It does come to blows early on the start, but then they sort themselves out. Yeah. Rounders, well, I was quite good at rounders. I could hit it and catch it, so I was all rounder.
I was okay at rounders, and then baseball in the States. I think not the States, sorry, in Canada. I think that's one of the reasons I gravitated towards liking baseball because growing up in Scotland and Glasgow specifically, the only sport that anyone plays is football. I was and still am utterly crap at football. Just have never been good at it. So I never enjoyed playing it, and I don't enjoy watching it. But that's probably because I grew up being forced to play it.
You are a man, right?
I was rubbish at it. That's the thing. A man in Scotland who doesn't drink and doesn't play football. We are a rare
Bloody
breed.
hell.
Yeah. Then when I started playing baseball just randomly as a 12, 13, 14-year-old when we're visiting friends in Canada, I was like, oh, I'm not terrible at a sport. I like this. Then came home, tried to get my friends to play, and they were like, "Don't be stupid. We're going to play football." And so it lasted all of I think 1 hour one day.
I'm gonna be the next Ali McCoist or Peter Beardsley. Right.
My knowledge of football doesn't really go beyond Ali McCoist, I'm afraid.
I had the 80s references, so it's not going to help. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Yes, I have. I believe it's. I don't know if it's Yankees, is it? It's New York. I'm not up on sports hats or.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the Yankees. Yeah,
good old Yankees. Berenger should have shot Sheena remarked, "You're not winning now, are you?" Yeah, no way. He's got Tiger Brother to survive on, I think.
Yeah, it's funny to think Charlie Sheen had
wasn't he?
Yeah, it's funny to think he had this career or was famous before he was famous for being the other thing that he's famous for.
Yeah,
he was famous as an actor in the 80s.
Platoon, Wall Street,
yeah,
all sorts of stuff.
Major League.
He started going lighter with The Rookie, and then obviously Hot Shots and
Hot Shots Part 2. I think if I was to do an all-time top 5 comedies, Hot Shots Part 2 would definitely be in there, I think.
I do love that one.
Yeah.
Such a great Rambo parody. Especially they got Richard Crenna to come in and be in it as well.
It's so
here we go. So as soon as Snipes joins, it goes into slow motion. $6 Million Man style.
Yeah.
Winning. Yes, we're winning tonight.
It's funny, when they do cut to the slow-mo shots, that's when you can, on the 4K, the slow-mo shots are a lot fuzzier than the regular shots just because of how they do slow-mo on film. So the slow-mo shots scanned in 4K they're much softer than the regular shots. That especially the shot we just saw of Wesley Snipes, running in his pajamas. Because that's probably 2 or 4 times, or even 8 times slow mo, and yeah, that really stands out as being that could have done with a little bit of cleaning up.
Yeah, I guess they have to do something, don't they? But
yeah.
They start messing with it. Right, softball. Oh yeah, softball. That's another game, isn't it? That's just underarm bowling, isn't it, Herbie?
Softball, the balls are bigger, pun intended. The bat is bigger, and they have to pitch. You said bowl, so I'll correct you on that one. They have to pitch for all of our American friends. I apologize for Gareth's misuse there of the word. So they have to pitch underarm at softball, but they still whenever you see professional softball, they still their arm swings.
I wouldn't stand in front of them.
Painfully fast, even though they're pitching / bowling underarm.
I was just mentioning the Jane Austen Northanger Abbey. It's going back a bit. I don't think we have anything resembling baseball in the Netherlands. I guess
that's probably
played in school, isn't it? I don't think we have professional rounders. Probably small teams around the place, but
I doubt it. If there isn't even in the UK, there's no professional baseball league. I know we've got you've got football. We do have ice hockey. you know, there's various, there's like
There's a
one or
couple in
two,
there.
there's a couple of professional leagues of ice hockey and of basketball.
Yeah,
British Bulldog
well,
loves
British
playing that.
Bulldog. I can't remember what the rules are, but yeah, it was dangerous.
Oh, you can't. You say rules as if there's more than one rule. British Bulldogs. It was like two teams running at each other full force. Anyone who fell over was either out, or depending on which version you played, you'd had to then join the opposing team until you end up with like 20 people running against one person and knocking them over.
I remember we had a game where people lined up on this wall because it was like the wall was off like a couple of feet off the floor against the building, and then people just lob a tennis ball at you as hard as possible, and you had to avoid it by not falling off the wall. But then one hit me right in the eye. My pupil went tiny, and my other one stayed working for about a few hours.
Is that like an upper class version of dodgeball you're talking about?
That's how we played it on the streets. That's in football, soccer for the Americans, yes, as big as it is in the UK as well. There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say in the Netherlands, like I would imagine it's football / soccer and not much else.
Yeah, Mr. Sheen shines umpteen things clean. That's it. Going back about, don't they use that anymore, do they?
Here's
Hot Shots. The part 2 was better.
Oh yeah, like I mean, anytime anyone asks the question, what sequel is better than the original, like people go with Terminator 2, people go with Aliens. The obvious, undisputed answer to that is Hot Shots Part 2. And I challenge anyone to
stuff in
say
the
otherwise.
first Hot Shots that spoofed too many movies.
Here's a random thing that happened when we were watching when we watched Major League Part 2 a couple of days ago. So you're watching this movie and you're looking at these players and you're thinking, you think they're older than you, right? This is in Part 2. Tom Berenger's character is talking about, he's got a line where he says, nobody wants a washed up 41-year-old baseball player. And my partner and I, who are both 41 years old, looked at each other and were like, oh man, we're the same age as him in this. And then, we're old.
Reality hits hard.
Yeah, because you're looking at it thinking, oh yeah, they're I'm younger than them. Like that's just, this is a movie I saw 20 years ago. I'm younger than those characters are. But no, we're literally the exact same age. Dealing with the exact same physical pain, sore knees just by getting out of bed, without even being a professional athlete. Yeah, so that was one of those crashing to reality moments where you realize you're not 19, you are 40.
Yeah, or older. There's Joe
or
Boo.
Older.
There's Dennis Pennis clips with Charlie Sheen are priceless. Yeah. I haven't seen any Dennis Pennis for years.
Oh, speaking of Joe Boo, the inside of the steelbook that you can see there.
Oh, here we go. There he is. That's very bad to steal Joe Boo's rum.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Bats are afraid.
Indeed. I did really like the design of that steelbook. It's kind of, there's a small collection growing of steelbooks that are basically lockers. You've got Major League, you've got Grease, you've got Grosse Pointe Blank, and you've got Mean Girls. And I think there's one more.
Makes sense.
I think there might be one more, but that's it's one of those ones where it's like, I don't think I've posted anything like this, but I've always thought that'd be a cool idea just for a series of images, even just on Insta or something, where it's like steelbooks that aren't related but that match. Like I thought about it with the lockers. There's a series of steelbooks that have like skulls on the front that are completely unrelated, like The Punisher, Ghost Rider, Sicario, like things like that. So like I'll eventually get around to doing something with that.
Jeff loves Hot Shots Part 2. Really have to get those films on physical. It's been years. Yeah, I got them on VHS. That is popular in the UK since you don't have to move much. Lots of the population are quite fat.
Yeah.
That is true. Allegedly.
I was actually quite good at darts as well. I had a dartboard in my room as a kid.
Yeah.
As a teenager.
A room with a ping pong table and it was an outside room. With darts. Even had a slot machine.
I have I have a one like there's a rare steelbook of Hot Shots. I think it's just part 1. I've got that.
Ah.
That's one of those random ones where it goes for silly money on eBay, but I found it in a charity shop for a £5.
Oh,
Like
nice.
it was a
That's
very
awesome
good.
when you
It
can
was
find
a
something
very
like
good find. It was a very good find, and it was in pretty good
that.
condition as well.
Hot Shots Blu-rays are more expensive nowadays. Oh, it's Disney. Of course, Hot Shots 1 is Fox, isn't it?
Oh, I
believe,
don't
and
know.
Romance of the Stone was and then Jewel of the Nile. So yeah, Disney now. It's a shame. Yes, Wilkie says, Bob, yeah, him. The old radio announcer was a Major League Baseball player before coming an actor. He's still a radio announcer for the team. Yeah, he's great in this because
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did know that. I think people can kind of guess that, but like he's clearly like he's famous in America, I would imagine, for being the voice of baseball. But
He's got a great voice.
anyone outside of America who's watching this is like, wow, that radio announcer guy is stealing the movie.
I'm actually fairly decent at that myself. I can see the appeal of not moving around too much. Yeah, you can.
I remember setting myself a task back in the exam revision days of like when you're 15, 16 and stuff like that. Like this is like I'm the king of procrastination, so I wouldn't allow myself to start revising until I hit a bullseye. So the lengths I would go to not revise for exams was things like that. Like I would like stand there for an hour trying to get a bullseye. And only then when I got a bullseye was I allowed to sit down and start revising. So it made for some, less than exemplary exam results as a kid. But I got pretty good at darts.
Oh, there you go. What's going to make more money?
Oh yeah, darts, for sure.
I think there's one darts film. I'm trying to think who's in it though.
I mean, that's a niche film for a niche sport.
It's definitely niche. That's topless darts.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know anything about that. Police Academy best. Oh, Michael Myers likes Police Academy 2 better than the first one, but he's a heathen, so.
Yeah, I don't think many people would.
There must be a cheap British movie with Danny Dyer in there or something. Brand is .1 as well.
So you're young as well. That's good. That's good. So you're the same age as Tom Berenger's character in Major League 2 when he's complaining about being old and past it.
Well, yeah, he's got knackered knees in this one, and he's obviously was it 4 years? 5? 93. I think the next one came out, didn't it?
Something like that, 92, 93.
And then, shit. He always looked older. I'm
a few seconds ahead of you. The bit that's about to come up here, where Wesley Snipes. So he's about to, on your screen that you can see, he's about to go outside and do his little celebration dance. I'm almost convinced that they used the audio of him in part 2 saying yeah, and dubbed it over Omar Epps. I remember thinking that at the time that it sounded weird. It sounded like, they'd lifted that audio from this bit here. So he's about to say, he does his wee celebration dance and he goes, yeah. I'm convinced that they used that audio in part 2 and just overdubbed Omar Epps a couple of times.
Wouldn't surprise me how they would just to get the effect. Velcro dance, yes. It's not the same Velcro dance.
Yeah. I don't think we talked about this on the live stream yet, but I talked about it with you beforehand. So the version that I had grown up was the taped off TV version. So it was the TV edit. So there was no swear words. So this bit that you're watching right now on screen when Charlie Sheen is going nuts at the coach, full of swear words. But that scene was like half the length in the version.
I'm imagining so, yes. Looking at the text.
They didn't even dub it with like PG words. They just cut it. So they just cut the scene like in half. So I didn't know that he swore or that there was loads of swear words as well. The biggest one that was like a holy shit moment with the first time I saw like the regular version. I'm skipping at the end here, but it's at the end when Serrano.
Fuck you, fuck what, fucking funny asshole.
Not even that one, but now that you do that. It's when Serrano says, F you, Joe, I'll do it myself. That whole scene, that whole scene is cut. That whole scene didn't exist on the taped off TV copy that I had. So when I first saw that, when I got the DVD, I was like, oh my God. Like, it wasn't even that they cut the line. That whole scene was just cut. He just goes up and hits a home run. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
F.U. Jobu line at all.
The whole big thing about his story arc. But yeah, I do like Heathers. I've only seen Mean Girls once, I think.
Which one?
Mean Girls. I think I've seen it once or twice, maybe.
Yeah, the original I assume you're talking about, or the recent.
Yeah, of course,
one.
yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. I forget the times we're in.
Yeah. The is it up there, I think? Yeah.
So we got the what is it? There we go. But that is a nice job.
The Burn
Don't
Book.
drop it.
Interesting fact about this one. This is the 4K one that's been released in the UK. Came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's the same release. It's the same steelbook that was released in the States a couple of years ago. They've just put a 4K disc in it.
Well, I guess if they got the stock.
Yeah.
Calling a shot. Let's play darts. Yes. On to Bullseye. Yeah. Jimmy's too young for Bullseye.
No. 180. I remember Bullseye.
Made a lot of people want to play darts.
What you meant
They
to
were
say
never
is,
any good at it.
yeah. What you meant to say is, I look too young.
Oh, sorry. Yes. There you go.
But
Shave the beard.
sadly, I'm not. I remember Bullseye. Was it bus fare home? Is that the consolation prize?
Yeah, a rubber ball that just disintegrates after a few years.
Back when you had 4 channels to choose from. And 2 of them were rubbish. And they stopped showing stuff at like 11 p.m.
Yeah, and that's it for today. And then but breakfast TV was barely.
Is that not one of your channel graphics? I'm sure.
What's that?
The BBC logo, the like with the schoolgirl and blackboard, like, because that was the thing they showed.
That's a different video I got of schoolgirls and. I did adverts because I've run out of tapes to do adverts. Yes, I think yes. Now it's coming back to me. What is on my channel?
Oh man, I kind of just seen as you mentioned that. As I keep going on doing what I'm doing with YouTube and with physical media, I increasingly regret throwing away my VHS collection. I literally threw them in the bin. Like
everyone did. They still do.
Yeah, like it wasn't a massive collection, but yeah, I didn't give them to charity because no one wanted them back then.
No,
it was
exactly, that's the trouble.
Once DVD exploded, nobody wanted VHS.
So that came out. Well, menus, discs.
Yeah.
Special features. Yeah, isn't there a hard to find Major League that everyone hates? Back to the Minors, isn't it?
Yeah, with Scott Bakula.
That's it, because I was saying someone from he did Necessary Roughness.
Yeah,
a couple of years after this, which is about American football, but similar to this, where a bunch of losers get together to win.
He'll always be Sam Beckett. Although some people probably might, I can't remember the name of his character in Star Trek, but he's
Enterprise and
that was Captain somebody. Yeah. There must be somebody. There must be a Trekkie in the chat who can tell us what Scott Bakula's captain's name was. Captain Rob? No. Oh, what was it? Because I was a half Trekkie growing up, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I started with Enterprise, got a few episodes in, but I could never get past the opening titles.
I quite like the opening titles. I think I did the whole first season of Enterprise, but then I tried to. It's one summer, I think, when I had a lot of spare time on my hands. I tried to catch up on all things Star Trek. I tried to catch up on all Voyager, all Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, and I gave up. Archer. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alphabet Cat. You have saved the day.
The comments. Alphabet Cat. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, Scott Bakula is the lead in Major League 3, Back to the Minors, which I'm probably going to watch over the next few nights because I haven't watched that yet, having just watched Major League 1 and Major League 2.
Exactly. Now, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the Clive Barker horror film, which Scott Bakula did that I like. But
yes, that is. It's not In the Mouth of Madness. I always get that one and the other one, and the one you're talking about mixed up. That one I remember for a very different reason.
Oh,
you guess what it is?
Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen. I believe, not to lower the tone, I believe there's some
I
full
don't think we have it.
frontal nudity in that movie of Famke Janssen.
Oh, great. Now we just lost all our fucking viewers.
Because they're all the way to Google that.
Just don't mention that there's porn on the internet. Otherwise, we're
Lord
done
of
for.
Illusions. That's it. Well done.
That's it. Thank
Well
you.
done, Michael Myers.
You shouted out this. Michael
Yeah.
Myers. Well done, sir.
I think
It's not easy being live on.
did
television.
Umbrella Entertainment in Australia, I think they've just brought out like a collector's set of Lord of Illusions.
Nice.
Maybe, or am I
I think
getting
there might be a
them
different cut as well, is there?
Yeah. It's they've got like Umbrella Entertainment, they've got like they bring out some good stuff that you can see it there. That's the Talk to Me hand from Umbrella Entertainment. So they seem to get like quite unique physical media releases, but the postage to get it over from Australia is ridiculous. Like unless you're spending a lot of money. Like I got that one because I bloody loved that movie and I wanted that hand. And I know A24 in the States brought out a version of it as well, but I wanted the blank one that you can write on yourself from Umbrella. Plus, Umbrella is Australian, the movie was Australian, and I think that one was announced first. Anyway, yeah, they bring out some good physical media products, but the postage is brutal unless you spend over $200.
Yikes!
You get screwed on. You get screwed on postage.
£4.20, just a document.
Yeah,
envelope. Crazy. Hey, there we go. Oh, sorry. Yes, Formula One. Yeah, racing is huge in the Netherlands. Yes. Hey, Marty's here. Oh, he's loving the streaming. Sub to you. What are your thoughts on Path to Victory?
Thank you very much.
Pele is POW in the Escape to Victory.
Escape to Victory.
UK, or it's just called Victory, I think, in America.
It is, because I remember.
I love that.
Not to go on another random tangent, but back in lockdown, one of my like hobbies was making custom steelbooks, and there was a guy who wanted to get a custom steelbook of Victory made, and I could not place the movie he was talking about because I would IMDb it and it would bring up a different movie, and I finally realized he was talking about, and I'm like, oh, you mean Escape to Victory? And he was like, it's not called that over here. And then he finally sent me the poster that he was talking about, and yeah, it's just called Victory. Outside of here, apparently.
Makes no sense. It's Victory.
Is that the one? Am I wrong, or is that the one that's also got Stallone in it as well?
Yeah.
So he's a goalkeeper.
A bigger part. Well, he's a bigger part. He has to escape and go to Paris and then come back again. But yeah, he's got quite a bigger part than I remembered. But yeah, he is the goalie that's really shit.
Yeah, I mean, thoughts on it. To be honest, all I can remember about it is that it's about football, World War II, POW, and it's got Pele and Stallone.
It's a lot of famous footballers at the time. There's I think there might be a Dutch one, unfortunately, but there's a few English. Not Bobby. Some of the famous ones of the time. But yeah, it's one that used to be on BBC One Bank Holiday afternoon.
Yeah.
I only watched it a few weeks ago as well.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've seen it once as a kid, but beyond that, not much. Again, it goes back to me being crap at football and therefore not liking football.
Well, it's like this. I don't like football or baseball, but yeah, I watch this or Escape to Victory, no problem.
Yeah.
But it's more of a POW escape film than a football film.
Yeah.
Nope. Willie Mays with the easy catch.
Willie Mays Hayes.
So yeah, apparently the guy puts a splash of Jack Daniels behind his ear, so because he likes the smell of it.
Yeah,
so it's like a perfume.
Randomly as well in Major League 2, like you're about to. I think I'm a few seconds. Yeah, so the fans, I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you. Like the three fans in this. I don't know if it's technically the same characters that are in Major League 2. But it's different actors anyway. But they look to be playing the same characters. It's three fans that they keep cutting to.
Yeah.
One of them is Randy Quaid.
Yes, it is.
Which is totally random.
It is. I guess. Yeah, they needed some names, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the characters in this film are based on real people. Like the woman selling the team, and some of the way Serrano is based on a real person. Charlie Sheen's character, the Wild Thing, is based on real people and all sorts.
Yeah, they talk about
Tom
that in
Barron's
the
character is based on a real person.
aye, they talk about that in the making of featurette, which I think was
Yeah,
on
he
the
would.
I think they made that for the DVD, but they've put it on the Blu-ray and they've put it on the 4K disc as well.
All right. No, hang on. I gotta. Michael Myers is pushing his luck tonight. Oh, as it's relevant.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality standard.
Fuck you!
Now that's a movie that's crying out for a 4K release, and they just haven't done it. Like they
Is it
brought
still
out.
not got one?
No, they brought out HMV did one of their cine releases of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so there's a steelbook of Demolition Man that's new, like it just came out late last year or even early this year, but they haven't done a 4K of it. And if I can give a plug to Astro Creations, who do custom steelbooks, he brought out a really cool Demolition Man set that was 10 times better than the one HMV brought out, but sadly, no 4K disc exists. I would be all over that. Like Demolition Man cliffhanger. They did bring out a 4K cliffhanger. Yeah,
Yes.
We need a 4K Demolition Man, please. Whatever studio's doing that.
Yes. Wild Guys are here just popped in to say hi, so I probably missed them.
How we doing?
Tommy Gunn's here. G-Man. Hey, Tommy. It did work as he behaved after. Wow, thing. Hated the Bullseye rival Dave Spikey, where every contestant was shit, but they were kind of praised them for just trying. Well, if I knew I was going on a darts program, I would have been practicing.
Yeah. It's funny, everyone who's not over the age of 35 and in the UK will be wondering what the hell we're talking about.
Yes. It's gone. It's off the
How would
reservation.
so Gareth, how would for our non-UK, non-oldies, how would you describe Bullseye for your audience who don't
It's a
know?
tricky one, isn't it? Because people play darts to win prizes, but have to answer questions when playing darts, and then they usually fail at playing darts and answering the questions, so they go home with a little rubber toy instead of a speedboat or a caravan.
That's right. I always remember thinking that was so funny. Like you've got a contestant who's like lives in a council estate, and he wins a speedboat. And you're just like, what are you going to do with that? You're like, that's just getting sold.
Plenty of waterways all over this country. A lot of my vendors, I guess my original lot probably went straight to the bin because no one wanted them. I was saying, DVDs, all of those. Yeah, and then just naturally rotted.
I've still got all of my DVDs, and I still crack them open every now and then because there's some movies that I don't have a Blu-ray or a 4K of. So I've still got all my DVDs. They're not on display. They're just like the cases are in boxes up in the loft, but the actual discs are in the wee DJ disc wallets. So I've still got. I think when I started to upgrade to Blu-ray, I did a count, and I think I had about 700 DVDs. Blu-rays, it's probably closer to 2,000. 4Ks, I don't know. I haven't done a count. I haven't done a count on 4Ks yet. Yeah, thank you. That's what I spend the money on. I don't drink. I don't play football. I spend money on DVDs.
Yes, fun flick. I think Bobby. Yeah, someone's leg gets damaged. Captain Archer Enterprise, thank you. My sister met Jimbo once. He was right arsehole, according to her. I have heard that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say everyone knows someone who met Jimbo, and they all say that.
Oh, Terrence is here. Good evening, Terrence.
How are we doing, Terrence?
Not seen this. No one's seen this film for decades. What's wrong with you people? But yeah,
it's brilliant.
Terrence did give me this.
What was that?
This is our Quick Cue the Winged Serpent from 1982.
I don't think anyone's seen that one either, mate. I've never heard
that. Well, then that's Friday night show. So you must know Steve Martin in Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
I know that one.
Oh, you know that one?
All right.
I'll let you off then. So, Like Terrence, I think everyone in chat's the same boat. Yeah, everyone's excited for the stream, and then no one's seen the bloody film. But then we
Yeah.
get the lovely Renee Russo trying to be sexy librarian. So she pulled that off.
This was the line that she's about to say when he's talking about when he's talking about defending her honor because the stewardess said she had a much better body, and Renee Russo's like, "Oh, what a bunch of bullshit! I have a much better body than her." That got a laugh out loud from my partner who'd never seen this movie before. Sitting on the couch watching it, and that was literally like if she was drinking, that would have been a spit take because that was a literal laugh out loud. That line.
Right. She does bear all. I can't remember. I must have passed out when it happened from lack of blood in my head.
I definitely didn't do repeated pauses and rewinds. Michael, you sick person.
We need that 4K. We need it now. Hey, my melon.
On that note, again, not to lower the tone, but the 4K restoration of Jaws, when you watch that, and if you watch it on a big enough screen, the opening scene, the shot from underneath, reveals a lot more than any other copy of that movie I've ever seen.
Good, because I got a Jaws watch along. I'll see what my VHS shows.
Yeah, so the VHS doesn't show it. The Blu-ray doesn't show it, but 100% the 4K, because they've done a phenomenal job with the 4K restoration on Jaws. It's probably the best 4K restoration of like a film from like pre-1980 that exists. Yeah, the opening scene, the shot from underneath, you see quite a lot.
I seem to remember the Blu-ray being quite bright when she's running down the beach, but because she's still shaded.
Yeah.
All I remember about Lord is just the gay subtext. I must have missed that one.
Gay subtext in a Clive Barker movie? That's surely not.
Need the crew to get my millions. Lord has some good moments, but didn't find it very involving. It could have been a lot better, but it's just I enjoy it.
It always reminded me of Angel Heart. And Angel Heart is a better movie.
That's a dark film.
Yeah. We watched that just for like in the past month or two as well. Angel Heart. It's one of my partner's favorite movies. But she's a big Mickey Rourke fan. Like
I was going to say that this is about the shooting in the Snatch, or
not really present day Mickey Rourke, but like 80s Mickey Rourke when he was like when he was a heartthrob before he messed up his face.
Oh, read it. So yeah, I love it how the Christian guy he keeps saying Jesus Christ and all this, and then he's reading Hustler on a plane.
I think literally yesterday we were actually talking about Angel Heart. I can't remember why, but we were literally talking about it.
But yeah, Mickey Rourke did a lot of damage. Just I guess 9.5 weeks, then Wild Orchid. I think the old VHS might be just Victory. Yeah, I just remember it Skate-to-Vitch on TV. I think you might be right. I think my DVD is Victory now. Yes, but Snipes said in an interview for The Fan this was his first baseball film, so obviously he forgot he was in this one.
He probably thinks Omar Epps did the first one as well.
Yeah, it's not as random as Randy Quaid.
Jesus, career. No one Google that. Like that.
He might be coming back down to land because he's doing a lot of conventions now and with Terry Chase and people from the Vacation film.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's the other Scott, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a whole other subject that deserves a lot more time dedicated to here. I'm Glasgow born and raised, but I'm neither because I don't like football. But see, growing up in the 80s and 90s, getting asked that question and then not having an answer, like it was a 50-50 coin toss whether you were getting beat up or not. depending on what street you were on and what answer you gave.
It went like that. It goes into the Scottish martial arts, doesn't it? Fuck you.
It does. Gareth, I need to jump out for 2 seconds to put the oldest to bed. So
you carry on.
I'm going to mute my mic and I'm going to leave you with this for 2 minutes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just showing off again. Into the Tony Hart music. Right, I would like to get a lot of credits so those machines came running. Yeah, I would be broke if those machines become a reality. I saw a demo machine back in the '93. I don't recall. Yes, I'm the same. I don't recall Pizza Hut. It was always Taco Bell to me. I checked my UK VHS, and they are Taco Bells, and they are the original releases. Yeah, some of Randy's videos remind me of his ID4 character. Maybe he's just doing the sequel. Oh, he didn't survive, did he? Want to have some pretty lacking in 4K. Don't expect Demolition Man 4K till 2033. Damn Zaslav. Yeah, Biskin. Yeah. Was it Melon Farmers? I'd love a Demolition Man 4K. Yeah, definitely would have to make it happen. Let's start petition. Quaid really lost his shit at a certain point. It's easy to figure out how good his career had been until 15 years ago. Yeah, if you look back at his filmography, even 70s and 80s, he was has he been in a film with Dennis? I can't remember now. If they won, it was usually looked like a used caravan. If they lost, it was a fortnight in Hawaii. It did seem to be a bit biased because they never told you the prize until you lost or won, didn't they? Yes, I think Roy Walker was more personal. I think so. I never heard bad things about him. Alphabet's cat scene, Q, the wing person. Now, it was on Movie Drome on BBC one time, and that's exactly when I saw it, fell in love. Was it Larry Cohen, and of course starring David Carradine, Richard Roundtree, and Michael Moriarty. He used to have the Hookishin video of Q, but never watched it. Oh, this seems to be happening a lot with you, Michael. I'm watching you. Q is my... Yeah, what? Why did you give it up, Terrence? You can have it back. Sly will be 90 by the time they do the rumored Demolition Man 2, of course. Yeah, just after Cliffhanger 2. I remember when the Anchor Bay DVD of Q and news agent for less than a $5 bargain. It is. Not if we freeze like him in that movie. There you go. That's a way around it. The commentary was good on that release of Q. Was that Larry Cohen? Oh, they're eating snacks. Yeah, I'm hungry. What time is it? It was 10. On a school night as well. Angel Heart, yeah. If he was here to have seen it. Even in my DVD of George, you can see what's a glimmer of badge in the opening scene. At least that's what I think I saw. Alligator. Alligator's good. Hang on, where's Alligator? My knees are shot as Tom Berenger's. Right, there we go. That is on, I think, yeah, AJ's a big fan of this. So once he's back doing live streams, there's one on the options. I think, yeah, that's at the 4K. Yeah, Alligator was a movie drum as well. Yes, because I remember, like, was it Q and I think Alligator being in widescreen and uncut. That's the best thing about movie drum.
Hello.
Oh, he's back. We're discussing Alligator.
Ah.
Do you know Alligator?
I do, yes. Is that
the 4K?
Robert Forrester? Am I thinking of a different movie?
That's him, yep.
Yeah. I only know him from Alligator and Jackie Brown. That's it.
Yeah, he's in, how is it, like Delta Force with Chuck Norris. He's the bad guy. And
is he? I've seen Delta Force many times.
He's a bit tanned.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. So he's basically brown face and generic Middle Eastern bad guy accent.
Yes. Yeah. Larry Cohen was one of my heroes. Yeah, King Larry Cohen. Oh, that's brilliant. I have to check that out. Yeah, Larry Cohen. I'm trying to think, was he? I've forgotten all the films he's done now, apart from Return to Salem's Lot. Mickey Rourke is still reassembling a person.
I mean, you know, that's being kind.
Well, he looked at, well, the wrestler, he looked weird and sweaty, but
I mean, the wrestler was, compared to what he looks like now,
yes.
he looks positively normal.
Maybe they CGI'd him in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
All the ladies love Mickey Rourke.
Yes.
Well,
I think Iron Man 2 was before the wrestler. Oh no, was it just after?
I think it was just after because I thought, oh, he's hot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But like now he just looks. It's a shame.
Yeah, he looked good in Barfly, but yeah, he was supposed to look rough. But yeah, obviously they should have waited. Great film, I still need to see. I don't think I've seen Barfly, or I haven't seen it for like 40 years.
I don't think I've seen that either. What's Barfly?
I don't know. Mickey Rourke in a bar because. Oh, there's Jim, the Judas.
How are we doing, Jim?
He's chickened out.
Oh, what did he chicken out of?
Well, we're supposed to be doing Freddy's Dead in 3D on Friday, but he's
Oh,
pushed it back a week. So he's obviously scared. It's too frightening a film for him, especially when it's in your face.
that would say I might actually I might come back to that. I did a Halloween last year, October 2023. We did a Freddy movie marathon, and I took my notes because I was going to do a video on it, and then I never got around to it. So I've still got my notes for a Freddy movie marathon video. So I might save that for this coming Halloween. I'd realised as we're watching them, I'd seen 1, 2, 3. I'd seen New Nightmare, and I had seen the remake. I had never seen 4, 5, and 6. Never. And they're all terrible.
What? Get off my channel.
Come on.
Well,
A Freddy ranking 4, 5, and 6 would be the worst 3.
Yeah. But here's my
There you go.
shiny.
See, I have the single steelbook that has all the movies on them, so it's more efficient. It's more efficient space wise.
It is. These things are heavy. I remember that old ITV's 80s logo with the metal horse rotating on a turntable. Can't remember which region it is. No, I can't remember now. Seeing is the most important thing. I don't think it's that important. He could get, I guess, 80s 9 was limited for stars and glasses.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, here comes the scene. Up your butt, you boo. Is that where you are?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
VHS has gone ahead of us. So he's got a cracked egg. I think he's got some rum.
Yeah, Terence, the RoboDoc documentary is brilliant.
Oh,
I watched that probably a month or 2 ago. It's it's brilliant. I've got it on my. I want to get a copy of the steelbook, but it's only in the States. And on eBay,
okay.
On eBay, it's like 40 or 50 quid or something like that. So I'll pick up a copy of it eventually. But actually, I bought the. I know this is blasphemy for your channels, but I bought the digital copy of it to watch. So yeah, but I definitely want to pick up a copy of the steelbook because just to add it, because it's a great documentary series or mini series movie, but also just to add to the overall RoboCop steelbook collection.
And how many are steelbooks?
Ooh, on RoboCop,
Yeah,
I think I don't know how many exist, but I've got everyone that I could see exists. So I've got 3 copies of the steelbook, and then the Arrow 4K, which isn't a steelbook.
I guess it's just the first film, is it?
Oh yeah. Aye, there's no
no prime directives or the
number 2 and number 3. There's no 4Ks of them. No, I quite like RoboCop 2. I've got a lot of time for RoboCop 2.
That's the first one I saw in the cinema.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely didn't see that in the cinema.
Randomly,
I mentioned this on a live stream, I think a day or 2 ago. The only movie ever that I can at least that I remember that ever gave me nightmares as a kid was RoboCop 2. Can you guess which scene?
The brain.
Nope.
Oh,
you would think it would be that, but nope.
The kid getting shot.
Close. It's the scene, the kind of the fat cop who's like the corrupt cop.
Oh, the operating on him.
Yes.
Yeah, I could.
Scene, that gave me nightmares as a kid. Like Halloween didn't scare me. Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser.
Yeah, they were going to go a lot worse and actually show him cutting him open and peeling the skin back.
Like I was fine with all your traditional horror movies, Freddy, Jason. None of that scared me. That scene on RoboCop 2, that gave me nightmares for a good couple of days.
Live from Norwich, it's the sale of the century. I think Anglia did that, didn't they? Oh, Bronson. Yeah, but Randy Quaid was in Bronson Flick Breakout. So all the Quaid. I was trying to think if Dennis and Randy were in Long Riders, but I can't remember now. To wake up bats. Hey, Sean.
Have to wake up
Hey,
bats.
bartender. Jobu needs a refill. Plus the Carradines, yes.
Carradines, yeah.
3 of the Carradines are in it. I still need to watch it. I'm watching RoboDoc this week. I'm still a little disappointed they cut the segments on RoboCop 2 and 3. I guess, was it 6 hours for the first film? So
I didn't know they'd cut stuff out of it. I'm looking forward to, I think, is it the same creative team that are doing the Aliens Expanded
yes, I've seen
documentary?
That. Yeah, 80s horrors doc channel, whatever it is.
And you're about to see, or maybe you've just saw them. I think did we just miss it?
Which bit?
The when they're cutting to the construction workers.
Yeah.
The one that's got a line, the facing camera, is the dad from The Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle, yeah.
Yes.
That's
and the janitor from Scrubs. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a couple of scenes.
Yeah.
Because he's in The Fugitive as well. He's the cop that gets shot on the chain at the end, and then in Scrubs they used it as a.
That's right. That's right.
He was in as an actor. Very bad to steal Jobu's rum. Yes, and it turns out that is true.
Very bad.
I think it was Angler. Yeah. Quaid was in. Oh, he's good in Nightmare Midnight Express before his cousin Eddie days. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that for many.
Yeah.
Stops you smuggling drugs into Turkey or Greece or where it is. Turkish prison.
Turkey, yeah. Turkey.
Where Ricky spends his holidays. That's from oh yes. An opening of 1941. She shows off a bit more on that one, yeah, because when she's at the pole, they have a shot from underneath her. So where's the 4K of 1941? That film, you know, Spielberg's 1941.
It isn't. I've only seen it once when I did back in it must have been the 90s when I did a Spielberg kind of marathon. So I only saw it that one time. Yeah, I don't think it's regarded as his best.
No, I tried to. I used to watch it a lot when it came out, but then I don't know. I've gone off it. Oh yeah, Robert Forster was in Breaking Bad. He's in the vacuum seller guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and he's in the movie they made of that, isn't he?
Yeah. He's in there.
He made it look like Saddam Hussein in Delta Force.
I'm going to need to Google that because I totally I've seen Delta Force. I cannot picture. I cannot picture the bad guy being Robert Forster.
They mentioned RoboCop 2 and 3 briefly, but I think Verhoeven said no to doing it. 2 because Orion wanted it too quickly. Yeah, and then the third one was shelved 3 years.
Yeah.
He's also in Night Vision with Cynthia Rothrock and Fred the Hammer Williams.
Fred the Hammer Williamson.
The Last Detail, yeah, that's one. Is that one?
Randy Quaid is Oscar nominated?
Yeah, I think it's.
I did not know that.
Film.
Huh. You learn something new.
Probably a minute there now, just from Jaws though. They're still shitty.
Swimmer stereotype, probably a millionaire from Jaws. If she is, good on
her. Odd dramas where nothing happens, but it feels authentic. And Mickey Rourke is amazing in it. I've had it with this nickel and dime stuff. I'm going to get that bitch on the phone. Yeah, I should have done this weeks ago when I had the voice.
Oh, yeah.
I could do it then. Oh, yes, Vigilante is another good film with Forster. A sort of Death Wish film.
Yeah.
Nice to see the cup still work.
My copy has just shut the bed and went back to the menu, so I'm going to find what scene you're on.
Do that. I get an hour of film and then it would go back to the menu. I can never find out why. 4 is actually not that bad. Hang on. I forget which one. Are we talking?
Hang on. Where are you? So you're in the. Okay, so she's in the locker room berating.
She's in the locker room flirting.
Okay, I'll find
a bunch of pansies and being.
I'll find that somewhere.
Yeah, and then she turns her back and they'll stick their fingers up. Yeah, Faye Dunaway when she wasn't being a diva. There you go. I'm so happy I imported the Aussie limited edition of Barf. I got fed up waiting for the UK or US release.
There
Love
you
the
go.
Grey Warriors. Oh, Warners, yes.
Another vote for physical media releases from Australia. They do get like much like Germany gets like a
Yeah, maybe I should do a run and
unique
fill
set.
up a suitcase.
You know, Australia seems to get a unique set of licensings for physical media
Yeah, it's weird.
randomly. Okay, I'm caught up more or less. So
Yeah.
she sees. Yep, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like 5 seconds ahead of you. All good.
All right. You got Rene Russo leaving the pit.
Yep, she's just got in her car. Tom
Right, that's
Berenger
right.
is about to steal or borrow the bullpen car.
Yeah. Chan San's masterpiece was the last VHS ever bought. It's now nestled. Oh, Terrence, it's not mine. They're all still yours.
That's a good question. What was the? Because I'm sure we talked about this on a different live stream. We talked about the first Blu-ray, first DVD you ever bought. But
Yeah.
what was the last VHS I bought?
I have no idea.
I reckon it was probably Escape from LA.
Ooh.
I remember buying that on VHS, and that seems like a fairly recent-ish movie for VHS. So that was probably one of, if not the last movie that I bought on VHS.
That's like 10 years before VHS went out.
But DVD was starting to come out, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's a Barfly, yes. I need to watch it. I wish they could get documentaries like that. When I heard about it, I thought I knew all about RoboCop. I was dead wrong.
Yeah, like I've never had a bad time watching RoboCop on the various releases, and then seeing the extended director's cut for the first time with the like the regular like theatrical 18 rated version is violent enough, but then when you watch the unrated version, like the Murphy death scene and the scene where the scene where Mr. Kenny gets shot.
Yes, that other guy just.
Which is like it almost
10 seconds longer.
It becomes so violent. It's almost comical. Like he's getting shot.
Yeah, I think that's how they get away with it, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's they didn't.
Yeah, that was
that's why it was cut. So they made it more violent by putting the cuts in.
Yeah, make it more violent, and therefore it will be less violent.
That's why we got the cartoon. Yeah, Chinatown is great.
Yeah, I've got that pre-ordered. Chinatown.
Yeah. See, that was...
That's the thing. Everyone thinks it's the brain scene, but no, it was that cop lying on the table, fully conscious as they start cutting him open. You don't see any. You see his face, and and then it cuts to the wide shot, and you hear him scream. That just freaked me out as a kid. I mean, I shouldn't have been watching. I mean, I would have been like 9 or something. I shouldn't have been watching these movies. You know? But yeah, the Freddy movies I was fine with. I'm pretty sure I dressed as Freddy Krueger as Halloween one year when I was 8 or 9. But yeah, that scene definitely messed with me.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, you never see him get gutted like she remembers. Definitely not. He doesn't go that far. Yeah, like this was longer build up but yeah. Pretty difficult to scare, but Ghostwatch on the other hand, they said it was real. God damn it! I missed when it came out. I think it's upsetting because a wee kid is an evil kid, and Kane does not let him look away from. Yes, let him see this. I keep. Was it? What's his name? Tom. What's the bad Kane's actor?
In what?
In RoboCop 2.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah,
no, not Tom Skerritt. Tom Noonan.
No.
Tom Noonan.
Tom Noonan, yes. So he's in like Monster Squad, he's in Manhunter, and loads of other stuff. But
Manhunter is so good. I bloody love that movie.
Oh, good, because I need someone for that one.
I'd be up for that.
I love that film too.
The
Garden of Eden, baby. Where is it?
Michael Mann's commentary track on that DVD is one of the best commentary tracks that I've ever heard. It's really good. It's like a clinical deep dive on how you make a movie.
A shitty re-release because I got case of the original rental, but when I picked, it was in a load of pickups and the tape wasn't in there. But maybe one day I'll find the tape without.
Yeah. I don't think I've got that on Blu-ray. I think I need to dig into the I need to dig into the DJ wallet and find the DVD.
The main thing I remember about Robocop 3 is the jetpack sequence. Exactly.
Jesus. Yeah, the jetpack and the cloned samurai robot guy
Yes.
with the funny jaw. Like,
Yeah. Scared good. You
Ghost
were
Watch.
11-year-old me. I was probably about 20 something. I didn't fall for Ghost Watch.
I don't think I've seen Ghost Watch.
It was a preset card and still in one piece. I've still got it. Don't worry. Yeah, so 1982 Chinatown in a cardboard case. Very nice. Still plays. Yeah, Robocop 2 was all the action films were cut back that were 18 certificates in the UK.
Yeah.
Ah. There we go. I remember Robocop 2 on Pirate. I remember there being this bird's eye shot of the scalpel going all the way down to his pelvic area. Yeah, that must be the extended cut.
Yeah, that's
I think it only goes halfway down his chest in the.
Yeah, the way I remember it, it cuts to like a wide shot with shadows on the wall, and you just hear him screaming.
Yeah. I never got repeated. Yeah. Makes me remember. It's a damn shame because it's from the guy that did Night of the Creeps and the Monster Squad. So
Yeah.
he obviously got shafted by Orion, probably.
And it was it not Irvin Kershner that directed Robocop 2?
That was the second one. It was Fred Decker, the third one.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm still talking about Robocop 2.
Yeah. I've not been able to find that because when Curly said I went on the hunt. All right, everyone's going to go on a hunt for that now. Don't tell anyone there's a Playboy channel. I can't believe it. Even 11, I fell for Ghost Watch. I only realised it was bollocks when someone was credited as Ghost at the end. Oh, so here we go. That's Charles Cypher from Halloween, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You're being lied to.
That's something that my partner pointed out when we were watching it as well. I totally I'd never made that connection before.
No, have I? I don't recognise him.
But yeah,
Halloween. I don't recognise him.
Halloween is her second favourite movie of all time, I think. So like she knows that movie back to front.
When you got the shitty budget release.
She probably had that growing up as well, yeah.
It's a very dark film on that version. Yeah. She said this version she saw Kid Duffy was bust right open. I think it definitely makes you think that's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I discovered my favorite carpeting the same night they showed The Fog.
Oh.
My Fog. Yeah, Fog's great. There it is. As usual, another lame re-release with a terrible poster.
Oof, that is not that's not good artwork for that movie at all.
I got another one, the gold release, but it has the original poster where she's knocking on the Jamie Lee Curtis who's knocking on the door.
The cover art for the vinyl soundtrack for The Fog is brilliant. That's it take me too long to find it, but that's in the pile. It's in the pile down there somewhere.
Show off.
I think that's probably my second favorite Carpenter score. Go on, have a guess. What's my favorite John Carpenter score?
Village of the Damned.
Nope.
Oh.
You've got two more. You've got two more guesses. Go for it.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Nope.
Oh.
One
There's
more
too
guess.
many good ones.
I know there is. That's the thing. There's too many good ones.
Is it one he directed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not the new Halloween. I don't know. I don't think now. Christine.
No, it was
There's
Escape from New York.
Of course it was.
Like I was listening to that. I was listening to that a few weeks ago. I just kept playing it. Like it's just the main, like, I don't know if it's like that on the CD or on like the Spotify one, but the vinyl's got like, it's interspersed with dialogue from the movie. It's just brilliant. But the main cue from that, the main theme from that, that stayed in my head for days and days and days. I found myself playing it over and over again to the point where I'd had it on in the background, when I was working that day, and then I had to go and drive somewhere, and then I put it on Spotify. And God, I was just like, I could not stop listening to it. That's
Nice.
that's definitely my favorite Carpenter score.
Yes. Escape from LA is definitely a comedy version of the first one.
Yeah.
Comedy remake. My first
The,
DVD was Seagal's Exit Wounds. Still have it. Exit Wounds is a good one.
Oh yeah, I remember Exit Wounds. That's so it's Seagal and DMX.
Yes. That's his last theatrical one, apart from Machete.
Seagal.
Yeah, sorry.
I was going to say DMX is dead, man.
I remember the same about the Ghost credit. I saw Ghost Watch with my mother, and she took the piss from beginning to end. But I really thought the apocalypse was coming. For some reason, I can't put my finger. I thought Halloween would have been your favorite Carpenter film. Wish they'd released the full version of Total Recall. Surely there's a demand for that. There must be.
Have I seen the full version of Total Recall? Has that ever been released?
Oh. What's missing? Is that the one with more gore?
Probably. Like I've got various copies of Total Recall. The 4K is a great transfer on that as well.
Yeah. RoboCop just does not age. Only for Dick Jones' death. Yeah. the long arms.
They talk about that.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Like they talk about that in quite a lot of detail in the documentary. Did you, Terence? I'm not sure if you said you've watched it yet or you're about to watch it. So I won't spoil it, but they do address that in the RoboDoc documentary with the arms as he's falling down.
It's perspective.
Yeah. They talk about that. Yeah.
I can't find my looking glass. Escape from LA as age surprising. I used to think it was terrible. Some other such a comedy has become fairly pressed. Yeah, the CGI is still bad.
I can imagine it is, like with the body modifications and plastic surgery and whatnot. But sadly, whenever anyone says Escape from LA, the first thing that pops into my head is that shot of them surfing with the terrible. Like I don't know if it's
the same speed as the car, he can just jump straight across.
Like if it's it's a combination, I think CGI and rear projection, but it just looks bad. Like it looks bad.
Yes, Mandela Effect. I'm convinced I've seen a version of Return of the Living Dead where the old guy shoots the girl in the attic at the end. Yeah,
that's a movie I've never actually seen.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, you got 5 to go through. So
which one is?
One is it's behind here somewhere. My poster for that, but yeah, 1 is the best. Got 2, which is a remake of the first one with 2 actors from the first film as different characters. Then you got the third one, which is a low budget.
I recognize that cover. Like that's a famous cover.
4 and 5 were like straight to DVD, made in Bulgaria. Unrelated to anything.
Yeah, something tells me unless there's a specific reason to, I'm probably never going to watch them.
That's amazing. Because you got what's the name? Can't remember the actress. Is the name now? Who's naked? But oh yeah, he's the anorak dude from Comnodon.
That's right. Yeah.
I've asked him for interviews, but his agent says he's not doing interviews until he's got something to promote, but he's not, doesn't seem to be doing any work. So,
oh well, his loss.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see what he's like. The bad CGI was always bad. I think it's always against the silliness, the Hollywood fakeness of it all.
The basketball scene was cool though. I did like that. Yeah,
because he did it for real, and he got on.
Yeah.
Oh, still not a fan of Escape from LA. Really tried it, but not my thing. New York one is one of my favorites. Still majorly disappointed in the sequel we got. Well, hang on. The threequel. There's a third one.
What? Oh yeah, I was going to say Ghost of Mars. Yeah.
Ice Cube as
and
then there's
There's the in-universe missing story, Escape from Cleveland. It's referenced a few times in Escape from LA, and you think, oh, that did I miss a movie? Is there an Escape from Cleveland that I didn't see?
There should be.
Yeah, because like the Che Guevara style character like mentions that a couple of times in Escape from LA. He's like, you may have escaped from Cleveland, but this is LA.
Yeah, because the first one was filmed in St. Louis, but because this one is barely filmed in Cleveland.
Yeah,
because they couldn't film in the real stadium because it was, I don't know, there wasn't a reason. It wasn't good prepared. Now this bit where we've missed, Tom Berenger's walking around her empty apartment.
Yeah,
how did he get in there? Because surely
that's
it's a high class place.
That's exactly what my partner said last night. She's like, he just keeps walking into her house without a key. But if you notice, he's holding a key when he's standing there. So if you put two and two together and kind of like, infer things,
took a copy when he was there last.
I reckon he either has a key or like found the key under the doormat or something like that. But he or maybe that's the car keys he's holding. But like when he's standing in the empty living room, he's holding keys.
Are you, as a single young man, will you turn this lady down?
As a single young anything, I don't think I'd turn that lady down. But interestingly, it wasn't until I watched the DVD of this, as and I don't know whether it's because it was like the quality of the movie that I had off TV, or whether just being a certain age, I didn't understand what was happening. I never put two and two together that she was Roger's wife. Like the first few times, like as a kid watching this movie, at least watching the taped off TV version, even though she says her name, Mrs. Roger Dorn, I never made that connection. But as well as that, the kind of confrontational scene between Roger Dorn and Wild Thing at the end is heavily cut in the TV edit because they cut all the swear words out. So it kind of,
knock this fucker out, whatever.
Yeah. So like the setup and the payoff wasn't there anyway, so it didn't really have to make sense. But no, I never kind of put two and two together that she was getting revenge on Roger for cheating on her.
Yeah.
Because again, it's great the way they do it. It's very subtle, but like as an 8-year-old watching this movie, I need less subtlety and more like this is what's happening. I never made that connection until I got the DVD 10 years later.
Oh, well, apparently there's another cut of Manhunter coming, isn't it? Yeah. Release the keep.
Maybe we should check that and hold off until if there is a new cut coming, hold off until the new cut comes.
We'll keep an eye out then. Can't blame you if the fog is great. So I'll personally go with Halloween myself as my favorite Carpenter. It's a fair point about the CGI. Fans, you won't touch the keep. Man likes to pretend it doesn't exist because he had a hard time making it similar to Fincher on Alien 3.
So talking about favorite Carpenters. So Escape from New York is my favorite Carpenter score, but my favorite Carpenter movie is The Thing. Like, I think that's close to a perfect movie.
I think my favorite Carpenter is Harrison Ford.
There's a brilliant video on YouTube by a channel called Badger Phipps.
Yes.
He did I don't know if you're on his channel. He did a 30, 40, 50 minute deep dive on The Thing. It's brilliant. It's really good. It's like if you like The Thing and you like to hear someone who likes The Thing talk about The Thing, his video is brilliant.
But if you like The Thing remake prequel, then do not watch his channel because he is.
That's right. He's
and the video game.
He's got a hit piece coming at the end of the month for The Thing remake. Sorry, not remake. It's a prequel, isn't it? Technically.
Yeah, it does work as a prequel, but
yeah,
because it does go straight into the other film, but it was totally unnecessary. So apparently, Dennis Haysbert could actually hit home runs for real, and the one he hits in this film was real, and that's why he was so happy. He runs away with the bat.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Obviously, this is pre-CGI, so Charlie Sheen pitching like that, because they talk about that as well. Like he played amateur baseball, so like he knows how to pitch like a professional baseball player, which is something you can't really fake. Like the way the whole body goes into it, but the leg comes up
They
past the
did take
face.
it a little bit.
Yeah,
apparently they brought the mound 10 feet closer, so that when he throws the ball, it looks like it's going faster.
right.
He's covering more ground quicker.
Still looks the part.
He does, yeah. He like you said,
yeah, but every time, and then when you see
he could have
Serrano,
gone pro.
yeah, when you see anyone hit the ball, you know, they're actually hitting the ball.
Yeah, because they have to throw it fast so they can hit it where they need it for the scene.
Yeah.
And then Charlie Sheen was throwing about 80 to 85 miles per hour, not 101.
I mean, that's still like, you know,
I wouldn't get in the way of that.
almost professional level.
But he was on steroids to help get him that far.
No, he didn't take steroids until he started training for Hot Shots Part 2.
Well, yeah, he must have been on.
In which case, he was taking every steroid under the sun.
Apparently, the roids were making him cross. So he got pissed off when people would have to take the piss of his hairstyle, because I guess when he was making this, no one knew what was happening.
Yeah, it's not. You know, it was the 80s. Hair was a different thing.
Yep, yeah. Willie Mays. There we go. Catching up. I can understand not like it. It's more of a comedy than anything. The comedy does not land. Yeah, we're on the air. Need more Lee Van Cleef. The deleted RoboCop 2 scene where the Robo pervs on a woman in shower.
Is there? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Now we've lost half the audience again.
Are you sure you just didn't stumble on like some sort of porn parody of RoboCop?
It's one of the Japanese films. Robo Perv. Now there's a movie. I'm stealing that. It's on my channel. Dick Jones with his massive arms. Yeah. Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, like I said, they talk about that specifically in the documentary, like how that came about.
Fix it in editing. What's the name of the shitty grape soda revenge film? It was Robo something. Don't know that one. I love how. Oh yeah, Escape from LA had immersive TV and the video cameras were all tiny. And then when are we going to get the fun gun? See, I remember Escape from LA coming out of the cinemas, and it was posters everywhere, it was on TV trailers on TV and stuff like that. And it didn't help.
Yeah.
No one wanted it, or word of mouth got out. Yeah, it can't be the thing. That was a remarkable. That was a trick one. I'm honest. It's all in the reflexes, indeed. Big Trouble. The thing is a masterpiece in every aspect.
That's a movie that is crying out for a 4K. Big Trouble in Little China. Like that's my top of my wish list for 4Ks. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, saw Escape from New York in the cinema on its re-release. Sounded great. There you go. What's wrong with Broadway? Cabby's the best character in that. Indeed. The Assault and Precinct score. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
It's pretty similar. Yeah. It's pretty similar.
Yeah. It's great stuff. But Halloween Temptation, favorite score. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's got so many good movies and so many good scores, you know.
There you go. Total Recall has never been released with its MPAA credits restored, unlike RoboCop. He has watched the RoboCop, not able to stop thinking about it.
It's so good. It's really good. It's so good. Like, I think one of the best things about that and about this kind of like current trend of like feature length or like episodic documentaries about films is that it's not made by the studio. It's independent. So they're not beholden to any studio interference or any studio mandates.
No, people can say what they want.
People can say whatever they want, and and they do. Like Peter Weller in this documentary says whatever the hell he wants to say, and it was really refreshing to see that something like that you've not seen in a long time, because any making of documentary that you see these days is it's basically it's not propaganda, but it's marketing for the movie, whereas this isn't marketing for the movie. This is made by fans of the movie, but also they don't shy away from like the negative aspects of it. Like
Yeah.
you've got crew members talking about how Peter Weller was a dick on set, and he would only, after a certain point in time, he would only respond to being called Robo,
Yes.
things like that. And then you've got Peter Weller saying that's bullshit. Like it doesn't, because like I think it's in the trailer for the documentary, like the Oreo argument that happened. Like there was a crew member who had Oreos. Peter Weller in costume is like, Robo wants an Oreo. The crew member was like, ate all the Oreos, said no. And then like Robo refuses to film until he gets an Oreo. Like, in the documentary, they cross cut between Peter Weller and the crew member telling their version of the story. And then you take a step back and you think, hang on a minute. So you're telling me on this like relatively, not big budget, but like on this like feature film that was getting made in Hollywood, filming isn't happening because a crew member and the star are arguing about Oreos. Like that's the kind of thing that would never be in an official like making of documentary that came with the movie. That's only the kind of shit you're going to get with an independent making of documentary, which I'm all for. So like the RoboDoc one is brilliant. Really looking forward to the Aliens expanded one. And I hope you keep going. I hope you keep doing it. Like I would I would love to see more.
Well, if they do RoboCop 2, because was it Lewis's actress? Was it Nancy Allen?
Yeah,
had a hard time with that director.
I don't think I know that story. What's the story with that?
I don't know, and I don't know the full extent, but he wasn't very nice.
Irvin Kershner.
Yeah, who did what he did? Empire.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think the surfing scene was meant to look like an old Elvis movie from the 60s. It's so bad, but it's kind of hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an excuse after the fact when they realise it looked. Yeah. Oh yeah, we did that as a joke, guys. Honestly.
Like, Return of the Living Dead is Michael's favorite. So there you go. That's it. Then yeah, Linnea Quigley. So yeah, you'd recognize that tits from most 80s horror films. And more cops. Yeah. You get to see Quigley down under. Or do you? Wow thing. Sorry, missing the singing.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're pretty much in sync,
We make my heart.
That's again is one of those ones where you didn't know, at least I didn't know that was a cover version of a famous 60s song.
Because like you don't really hear it properly, but yeah, it's a cover by someone called X, I think.
Yeah, so it's like a band or a person or a singer called X does this version, but I think is it the Trogs that did it in the 60s? Like for like 20 years, this was the only version of that song that I knew. And then I randomly heard the original one by the Trogs, and I was like, that's terrible. Why would someone do a cover version of that song but make it sound like a 60s Beatles type song? And then obviously I realized, oh, that's the original. And the one in Major League is the cover version. But yeah, this version of the song will always be the song that I want to listen to because of this movie.
Yeah, because there's other Bill Medley sings a song, and some others, and I'm trying of Snakes sings another one. La Lovett sings a song, and I'm trying to think. Who sings "You Got a Friend in Me"? Randy Newman. He sings another song.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Randy Newman does the opening song, like when he's singing about Cleveland. Yeah, it's very much like, the opening of this sounds like Toy Story.
Yes,
like you could easily lift that song and put it over Toy Story footage, and like 90% of people wouldn't think anything's changed.
There you go. I'd love to know a bit more about the making of Robo 2. Nancy Allen didn't have a good thing to say about Irving Kershner after he died. Not sure making a third thing would be worth it. Yeah, that's why she wants to be killed off in the third one. Hey, Mike, Night Owl's here.
How are you doing, buddy?
He's just woken up. Don't get me started on Ghost of Mars.
Yeah.
Hello, friend's been lurking since Jobu drank his rum. I didn't see that, but welcome. We're late in the games. We're in the 9th inning or the 7th inning stretch. It says in Lethal
yeah.
Weapon 2. Another reference, I know.
Patsy Ken's it in our 7th inning stretch.
Everyone knows that one.
But it's only the 2nd inning, which never what you want to hear when you're in bed.
If I had a place to go, it certainly wouldn't be in Cleveland. Oh dear.
Cleveland.
Saw it in the theatre. Oh, we've got a lot of walkouts.
I remember that as well, man. I remember Ghost of Mars in the cinema because what was that? Was that like late 90s or 2000 or something? I remember seeing that in the cinema, and I remember people walking out. And I was like, it's not an amazing movie, but like it's certainly
not worth
not
walking out. 2001.
There you go. So I remember seeing that in the cinema. I remember people leaving. It's not terrible. It's not so bad that you walk out. Like then again, I don't think I would ever walk out of the cinema because you never know, it might get better.
Yeah. See, there's Return of the Living Dead 2.
I think so. Ghosts of Mars, and then I think quite soon after that was he did Vampires, didn't he? With
Vampires was just before that.
Was it before?
I think so.
With James Woods.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of time for vampires. I quite like vampires.
Yeah.
More so than Ghost of Mars. I would take Vampires over Ghost of Mars for sure.
Yeah, James Woods is a nutter.
And then John Bon Jovi in the sequel.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
And then there's a third one as well.
Is there? Is that Bon Jovi? Is that Bon Jovi again?
No, he didn't return for the third one.
That's funny. I just finished watching the Bon Jovi documentary on Disney Plus last night.
Does he mention the films?
He does, like very briefly. It's
U-351 or whatever it is.
Say again?
He's in the submarine film, isn't it? U-571?
He's in U-571, and then I think he's mainly known for like kind of like fluffy romantic comedy type movies.
Oh yeah, he's in a few. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Vampires Returning.
Is that who's in that? Is that anyone famous?
No. Colin Eggersfield and Stephen Chow.
Oh, Stephen Chow.
What?
Why does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, is it?
Is he Kung Fu Shaolin Kung Fu? What's it called?
I was going to say Shaolin Soccer or Kung Fu
Kung Fu
Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the same.
Like
guy.
he's the guy that made and starred in them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Robot woman.
Anyway, back to Major League.
Yeah, back to the film finishing. So,
Bob, if Corey's still on, how do you pronounce Bob Uecker? Is it Uecker? Is it Uecker? Is it Uecker? Is it Uecker? How do you pronounce his name?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've only seen it written down.
Yeah.
It's hard to see a fault with some of his less ones. I really dig Memoirs of an Invisible Man, even though he hates it. Yeah, it's not too bad. I do like that one. I saw that one in the cinema.
I quite like that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the best film for him, but
it's kind of like it's kind of an oddity in his filmography, I suppose, because it's quite comedic.
Something like this. Oh, there it is. Because I was surprised when he did Village of the Damned and just did a plain old. It was just a plain old remake.
Yeah.
I do like the original. Nos enjoyed Fall Guy. Seems to be a common thing. It's action-based love comedy. Action-based comedic love story. Sorry.
I quite enjoyed it as well. Yeah, we saw it.
Yes.
At the weekend on Sunday, I think. It's pretty decent. There's a really good oneer that opens the movie. Like I don't know how long it is, like maybe 7 or 8 minutes, but it's a good one shot to open the movie. Yeah.
Nice.
Probably a tad too long. Like
I have heard it's over 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I genuinely don't know what the runtime was. All I know is it could have been 15-20 minutes shorter. Yeah.
Same as Bullet Train. I think that was too long as well.
Yes. Bullet Train enjoyable, but too long.
Yeah.
It's like, and to go back to Major League, like what's Major League? Is it in 100 minutes, 90 minutes, 100 minutes?
An hour 46, it says there.
But... so there you go. So, it's okay for movies to be under 2 hours. It's okay for movies to be 90 minutes. They don't all have to be
an action film does not need to be over 2 hours.
Yeah, they don't all have to be like
Nope.
2.5 hours. Like I'm a big fan of the John Wick franchise, but especially the last two movies, like they don't. I think they crossed the 2 hour mark. They don't
Yeah,
need
it's
to.
hard to get
Like
a
it's
good fun
okay.
watch time.
It's okay to be 90 minutes and still be a
Yeah,
good
you
movie.
have to put
You know?
out 3 hours for John Wick 4 if you want to watch it.
Yeah. As much as
You just watch it.
as much as I do like that franchise, that's too long. Like for that type of movie, that's too long.
Yeah, I guess
know.
that's an awesome joke.
And don't get me started on Dune 2 being too long as well.
The Fall Guy's a good old boy shit kicker in the TV show. Why did they change that?
I didn't actually know until someone pointed it out on a different video. I didn't actually know that was a TV show.
Unforgivable. That's one of my favorite shows. I always wanted to be a stuntman.
No, that one completely passed me by.
It's good to hear. It's worth watching. Yes. Memoirs is okay, but you can tell Chevy Chase is trying to be serious, and the problem is I can't see Chevy in that movie without laughing instantly.
It's funny you say that because I think of Invisible Man as a comedy. Like,
yeah, I guess I see it as a Fletch at Chevy Chase comedy because, but I know he does. I guess when he does go invisible to start with, he is a bit serious.
Yeah,
there is missing going in the girls' locker room scene.
Hollow Man was a decent movie. You know, kind of tied in Paul Verhoeven, RoboCop. Like I liked Hollow Man. That was good. Yeah.
Sheen doesn't need roids. He's winning.
He's got tiger blood. Yeah.
The tiger blood.
There you go. Yeah.
And all the other problems he's got right now.
They make steroids from his blood.
Oh, he's calling a shot again. And then he just bunts it. Now, what I don't get is you've got all this symbols of what to do.
Yeah.
But surely players change around and all sorts. So surely players that played for Cleveland Indians would instantly know what they're going to do by the singles they're doing. But
that's beyond my knowledge of baseball. So if any of our North American friends want to chime in on that one, feel free.
Was robbed on Oscar for better work. Sorry, Memoirs would have worked if Chase was playing it. Funny, yeah. Robo shower scene is real. It's on YouTube. Robo Chic or something had 50. Oh, Robo Chic or something had 50 something blonde woman in a charity shop sci-fi advert. Sold. Excalibur has to be the film that needs a 4K more than anything else.
Yeah, I would be buying that if it came out as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good old Tom Bowder. All you have to do is run one length of the pitch.
Yeah, this is the so that this whole end sequence where it's in slow mo, like it still looks great in 4K, but it's noticeably softer than the rest of the movie. But it still looks great.
Here comes the throw. He slides. He is
safe.
How many times did they shoot that just so they wouldn't touch? And the Indians have won the pennant. Well, apparently, what was it 93? The sequel came out. I think 94. The Indians actually did win the pennant. Whatever that is.
Life imitating art, imitating life.
I've seen the clip of Robo. He was meant to be having flashbacks to his wife, but because it was an unfinished scene, it just looked like a clip of left.
Poor Robo.
Missed the Fog on re-release. Was beyond pissed.
Yeah, when did the Fog and New York get a re-release? I don't remember that.
Is that cinema release?
I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess sometimes just check them out.
Yeah, Bronson, like
in 4K.
Like that's anytime I get asked that question, you know, that's the first one that comes to mind. Like I would love to see a Big Trouble in Little China 4K release.
Yeah, it's good.
The fifth Prime Directive, watch women bathe.
Oh, hang on.
That canon will be used against you in evidence.
Yeah, he's recording it. That's the one. Apparently, she's a dancer in Blade Runner, according to IMDb. Can't remember if they destroyed the disc. They should. It was absolutely shite. Oh, yeah. Yeah, technically, you don't see Liana Dunn unless she was wearing a face. Don't spoil it. Well, there you go. Yes,
I only,
Coleman
The
Bernstein.
Dentist. Yes, The Dentist is a cool movie. Yeah.
That had better posters than it did the film. I think it always freaked me out.
I only learned what American was when Lucy Lawless was talking about it when she was promoting Spartacus, the TV show, which is a good
Ted
TV
White
show.
is the only stuntman in this, who was Jason Voorhees in Final Chapter.
That's a random tangent. I'm assuming. Are you talking about Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, I think there's a new TV series out about him.
Oh, wait. So he's done an interview.
I don't know. All I saw was advertised on. I didn't see anything about it. I don't remember what it was called. It was called Spacey something.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think there's about at least 2 episodes out of there. I think.
I might have to have a wee Google on that.
Bodybuilding assistant Tim Bell. Pro said she has a Barbie doll plate or something over her name. Yeah, all right. So the lady, Leanna Quigley, is fully nude in Return of the Living Dead Part 1.
I'm glad we've got that clarified.
So she's doing a dance. So originally, I think she was au natural. So I think it's the producers complained and said you can't show that. So then they shaved her. And then they said, you can't show that. That shows even more. So now she's smooth with a little bit of a plate on. I'll finally behind. Yes, we're behind.
Fair enough.
So, it's on Channel 4, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Not actually too far. No, we're not too far. Ghost of Mars is definitely the closest thing I've come to hating the Carpenter film. Love Vampires, though.
Oof, that's...
But
yeah, I mean, it's not great, but that hating is harsh. But yeah, it's not great. Is it his worst movie? That's an interesting point.
I don't know. I can't remember anything about The Ward. And that was his
I like The Ward. That was Amber Heard, I think, wasn't it?
Oh. Spoilers.
The only movie I've ever walked out was Kingpin. Really?
What the? What?
I think Kingpin's quite funny.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was just in a bad mood, but it's got Vanessa Angel in it for a start.
Ah.
Now Vampires is one I love that most don't like as much. I mean, Vampires is better in the first half.
Yeah, I like it. I don't love it. I like it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since the watch party, so. Oh yeah, screened in 2 parts. Some of the allegations are so batshit crazy they don't seem out of the order. Yeah, once you hear the legalities of what he was charged, or wasn't even charged with, or
wait, are we still talking about Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, things happen and people disappeared and all this. It was all weird.
Okay.
Sometimes Bowler just to face the music of that. Bowler is you.
Yeah.
Or
Kingpin. Bob Uecker. There you go. Uecker. Thank you very much for clarifying. Pro Physical Media.
Patrick Beauchamp is in Vampires. The Turn, if that means anything. It doesn't. I still don't know who. And Patrick. But whoever that is, Basher. I still don't know that name.
There you go.
I'm out of touch. He's the announcer for the local Milwaukee Brewers. There you go. He still
Interesting.
is. Surely he's past it now. To be fair, pretty much. And anything I like about Ghost of Mars is music. I'm guessing he did the music to it.
And Ghost of Mars, I'm sure he did because it's on my. I've got the soundtrack because I've been trying to collect all of Carpenter's scores that he's done. So I've got that one just to try and collect all.
Yeah, I don't have
Pokemon style. I have to catch them all.
Yeah, Village of the Damned did feel like a TV movie. Yeah, I saw that in the cinema, and then I think was it Mark Hamill bows out early.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. This film was filmed in Milwaukee's Old Park. Thank you, Don. I was trying to think because it wasn't filmed in. Not that I know my geography of America. It wasn't filmed in Cleveland. All right. Where are we? Nothing worse than a long film that doesn't deserve its running time. Yeah. No insulting Doom 2. Oh dear, now you've done it.
I know.
Isn't Bad
Yeah.
Boys 2 Bad Boys 2 is too
I'll say
long.
no more. I'll say no more on Dune 2. I got caught enough flack
Dune
for
2
that
is one of
last.
the best sequels of all time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. I didn't feel that either. Hollow Man is one of the few films where I enjoyed the CGI. Yes. Poor gorillas. Oh, I've seen Dune 2 3 times in IMAX.
I mean, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It's great for cinema that it's making a lot of money. I just thought it was pretty crap.
See, I read that Slater in Hollow Man 2 isn't the best. I read that as thinking it was Helen Slater, but no, it's Christian Slater.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't
that.
think he physically appears, does he?
It's
I
not
think
good.
it starts off with him invisible, and then there's a flashbacks that might use his image. Only thing about no baseball is if you build it, he will come. Same with porn sets. True story. I caught COVID after seeing Dune 2 for the first time, and I still went back.
I mean,
Second and third time.
if that's not an omen, I don't know what is.
It's been enough. I don't blame you. Long enough. I don't blame you. After I was better, of course. Oh yes, people were going to be writing in on that one. They seem to get all re-released at the same together. Escape from New York, Prince of Darkness, and They Live.
Like what? Were they re-released in the cinema? When?
I know sometimes they do just random.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do like random ones, but it's like I don't remember there being like a nationwide like big cinema chain re-release of them. Like not like what they're doing with like later this month or is it next month? They're re-releasing all what 9 of the Spider-Man live action movies in the cinema every weekend. And that's like a nationwide one. Odeon and Cineworld and other cinemas, no doubt, are doing that as well. But I don't remember those those 3 Carpenter movies getting like a big cinema re-release, because I would have 100%. I would have went to catch Escape from New York in the cinema.
You missed The Fog and Halloween. Although, no, I didn't. I haven't seen any of those in the cinema before in the old days. Spartacus equals Lucy's boobs. Yes, everyone remembers. Dune 2 is up there with Empire Strikes, Blade Runner 29, and even Godfather Part 2. It's really that good.
I feel like you're trying to goad me into an argument on Dune 2, Franz. I'm not taking the bait. I'm leaving that bait on the floor.
Oh, it's 90 minutes long and it's on YouTube if you want to watch the Kevin Spacey interview.
Ooh,
Dark Star is pretty crap. Oh yeah, it's like THX 1138 as well. So the children and student films.
Although no THX 1138, without that we're probably not going to get Star Wars.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to make the weird crap student film to make to launch a family friendly franchise.
That makes you billions and billions and billions. Daniel Panabaker was what's the word?
That's right. She's in that as well. Yeah.
Oh, even more reason. And Hot Shots Part 2. Oh, hang on. What is he saying? Is he saying that's Hot Shots Part 2 is crap?
Hot Shots Part 2 is not crap.
Oh no, it's a better sequel. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Terence.
Thanks, Terence. Catch you later, buddy.
Yes, was it Wednesday only?
Yeah.
I've got the award, but never watched it. I know it doesn't have a Carpenter score, which puts me off, and I already know the twist.
But The Thing doesn't have a Carpenter score, and it's an amazing movie. It's his best movie.
Well, a few of his scores are with was it Alan Howarth, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen the 80s Dune. I've seen it, I think, once when it came out on VHS, and then once a few years ago when the first Dune came out. I couldn't get through it.
I saw Lynch's Dune once. It's hard not to just giggle when Sting appears in the man nappy.
In his nappy. But its flaws feel more apparent now. Yeah. It was maybe 4 years ago. There you go. That's when the re-releases were.
I totally missed it.
Love Dark Star. Is that the one with the beach ball? Or is that something else? If you don't
So-
mind me talking about Doom 2, you talk about Ishtar. Well, you've shown your level, Franz. Ishtar
Yeah.
and Doom 2 as equals.
Yeah, you know. That's it.
Knife by 12
Although,
fail.
feel free to watch my review of Dune 2, Franz, and tell me how wrong I am.
Yes. Slate him in the comments.
Feel free to dive in there. Many others did as well.
The internet is a fickle mistress.
Yeah. The YouTube crowd wasn't too bad. The TikTok crowd, however, you would think you'd think I'd like shit in their cereal, you know.
That old Scotch trick. Sorry, Manhunt 2 was a fine sequel. So yeah, I thought so. The thing music still sounds like a Carpenter score. But yeah, I would always say, "Oh, that's a Carpenter score." No, I know. No.
Like if you didn't know it wasn't Carpenter, you wouldn't think that's not Carpenter.
That doesn't sound like Good, the Bad, the Ugly, or On the Mission, or anything like that. It's not Ennio Morricone or Untouchables. But yes, there we go. Right, finally caught up. Only taken 2 hours.
Excellent.
Ah.
Before we wrap it up,
for
anyone who wants a laugh, the menus on the German release of Die Indianer von Cleveland. So this has got all
the Indians of Cleveland.
All 3 movies on a single Blu-ray disc, so the quality is compressed to hell. This is the menu. Like now, it's an official DVD release. But even though it looks like it's something like a 12-year-old made with
I think I got a program
with my first DVD maker software. But yeah, this is if I can bring the mouse over. That's the
yeah. That's your search history.
Clicking at the wrong one. Yeah, you don't want to look at that. This is the all 3 movies, and there's your options. But the quality on them compared to the
and you paid money for this
compared to the 4K disc, it's night and day. So that's the menu for the 4K. That's the menu for the German Blu-ray. So for anyone who's a fan of these movies and was going to pick up this copy, like I said, I think it's the only official DVD release. It's from Germany. Sorry, Blu-ray release. It's German. Quality's terrible. The Region 1 DVD of the first movie is actually better. Like if you've got a decent player that'll upscale it, that's better than this one. Like it looks in the comments of Pro Physical Media, it looks like a book. It looks like a homemade pirate copy.
It does. It looks like you made that yourself.
It's not the actual disc. It's not, because that's the first thing I checked. It's not a DVD. It's not a Blu-ray R. It's not a BDR. It's an actual factory. It's a glass pressed manufactured Blu-ray. So it's official. It's an official Blu-ray. It's just terrible.
When have the Germans made anything that bad?
Exactly. But it's the only Blu-ray that exists, as far as I can tell. Because even the 4K Steelbook only came with a 4K disc. It didn't come with a Blu-ray, just the 4K disc, which is an annoying trend I've noticed. With new 4K releases, like more and more of them are only coming with the 4K disc, which I get that maybe it saves a little bit of money, but it's not like I don't think they're passing on whatever little savings they do from that. They're not passing those savings on to the consumer, because they're still charging you, $29.99 for the Steelbook. You're not getting a Blu-ray disc with it. Which, like, if you're wanting to watch it in a room where you don't have a 4K but you've got a Blu-ray, you either don't watch it, or you have to like humph your Blu-ray, your 4K machine into a different room or something like that. First world problems, obviously, but still, it's annoying.
All worth it, yeah. See for Major League 3 in HD.
Well, so, hang on, that's the wrong one. So you say it's worth it, but it's not, because the quality is really bad.
Outworld. The US had the Blu-ray a few years ago, but they're out of print. Yeah, makes sense. Last thing I'll ask, did you like the soundtrack for Dune 1 and 2?
Yes, absolutely loved them.
Yeah,
I have a copy of the first one, and the second one is on. I've pre-ordered it. So look, Dune 2 looks amazing. It sounds amazing. It was just, I thought it was a snooze fest.
I wasn't thrilled, but I need to watch it again to make sure.
It's visually stunning, and the score is amazing.
Now, I think you only like the first one for the bagpipes, so don't you?
Actually, no. Well,
Oh,
so you see that. So if anyone's a Hans Zimmer fan, try and go along to one of his concerts that he does. I've been to see him. Been to
how
see him
many
live
is it?
3 times. Saw him 3 times. It's amazing. The last time I saw him, it opened with the Dune score, but with like a squad of bagpipers, like a full regiment. Well, maybe a full squad of bagpipers. So they opened with that tune. Sounds amazing. But I prefer the score to Dune 2 over Dune 1. But they're both amazing. They're both brilliant scores. It's Hans Zimmer doesn't really put a foot wrong. So I'm supporting Dune 2 physical media for the soundtrack. But I don't think I'll be buying a copy of the movies, unless he does make a third one and it happens to be amazing. But judging by the first 2, I won't enjoy it.
No, it's a comedy with bats and balls.
Mm-hmm. There you
Batter
go.
up. Don't come into my house. Right. Sold me on the bagpipes, of course. See, Terrence. National pride.
No, it's the score for both Dune and Dune 2 is amazing. I can't deny that. Can't deny that.
Hans Zimmer knows how to knock out a tune, doesn't he?
That he does. That he does.
Yeah. You're definitely thinking of someone
You're thinking of someone else. He
this evening.
he won an Oscar last year.
Yeah. Oh, Professor's here just as we're hanging up. Greetings, Professor. Where were you 2 hours ago?
And goodbye.
Yes. And on that bombshell, we'll say goodnight. Say goodnight, Jimmy.